Gene here. Anything that is done with deliberate intent is much more likely to work out because we're not just doing the thing, but we're moving in a direction that has been thought through in some small way. Tapping is no different. I have found that before doing a significant amount of tapping, spending a few moments with intentions about what I'm about to achieve makes a huge difference in the outcome, and that's what we talk about today. This is Gene Monterastelli, and welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast recorded live to tape from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is episode 548, originally aired March 1st, 2023. Everyone, I hope this finds you well wherever you are and whatever time of day you get a chance to listen to this. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Today, we're going to talk about how using intentions can powerfully set up our tapping so that we get more out of that particular experience. But before we do that, two quick announcements. Number one, we have a free 10-part guide on how you can eliminate self-sabotage. All you need to do is go to tappingqa.com, click on that big blue button. If you happen to be in the website right now, in the upper right-hand corner, click on the button, enter your email address, and every day for the next 10 days, I will send you one small bite-sized tapping tool that you can use to help you to eliminate self-sabotage. Then at the end of 10 days, you can take the one or two that work the best for you, use them over and over again. Secondly, I want to send a big shout out and thank you to all of the supporters of the Tapping Q&A podcast. One of the really cool things is we take 10% of that support. We support small business owners all over the world through Kiva. When we loan the money out, they pay it back. We loan it out again. So this month we supported over 65 small business owners all over the world. If you'd like to support the podcast, receive some amazing free gifts, and be part of this larger impact, all you need to do is go to tappingqa.com/support. And thank you once again for all of our supporters. Over the course of the last year and a half or so, I've really been wrestling around with this idea that I've labeled first action, best action. Meaning, what is the first action I can take in order to set up the action I really want to take in the most effective way possible? And you already do this in lots of subconscious and unconscious ways. You know, before you're about to do something really hard, you might go, and just take a nice big deep breath to relax a little bit before you step into it. Before you have a difficult conversation with a loved one, you might plan out the things that you want to say, and you might even plan out what you think they're going to say so you can respond to it. So you're doing something ahead of time to set it up. And I think that almost every action that we do, if we do an action to set it up for success, we're much more likely to get success out of that particular action. And sitting down for a round of tapping is no different. That sometimes the tapping we do is the first action that sets the thing up. So for example, the first action I take every single day when I sit down at my desk is I spend some time tapping to set up the day. So in that case, I'm using tapping to set up the day. But there are other times when I'm sitting down to do more comprehensive tapping. Typically for me, this happens twice a week. Typically there's one night during the week and then another time over the course of the weekend where I sit down for 30 or 45 minutes and I do more comprehensive tapping. Not the emotional first aid, not the clear the resistance to take an action, not the tap on overwhelm or whatever emotion has popped up to just ready set myself. But when I'm going after the bigger, deeper issues. And so for me, I like to set intentions before I do exactly that. Now, last weekend, on Saturday, for a number of my students, I ran something that was called the Mindset Expansion Day. And over the course of 4 hours, we did over 3.5 hours of tapping. And we were going after lots and lots of tools to help us find resistance, clear it out, and take action. But before we started the day, the first thing I did is I spent 5 or 6 minutes tapping on intentions I had for the day. And those intentions are about the nature of healing. Those intentions are about what I'm open to. Those intentions are about being okay with the fact if transformation isn't happening as quickly as I would like. And so then after setting the table in that particular way, I then encouraged the group of students I was working with to go into the chat box on Zoom and enter their intentions for the day as well. And so what you are about to hear is you are about to hear the tapping that I led as part of that experience. And so right now, I would encourage you to tap along with this wherever you are, because it's just going to set the intention for you in your transformation and your healing process. And what I want you to do is I just want you to listen closely to the types of phrases and the types of intentions that I'm using to set up our transformational time together. It is not the best list of intentions. It's not the only list of intentions. It's actually a crowdsourced list of intentions because it's mine plus a bunch of my students. But I want you to listen to it to see if you can find an intention or two or six that are good and useful for you. So after you tap through this, I would encourage you to go back, listen through it again, and write down, type a note in your phone, send yourself an email of a couple of intentions that might be good and useful for you as you engage in this process. So here is the tapping for intention for the day from our Mindset Expansion Day on Saturday. But just everybody tap on the side of the hand. Just take a nice big deep breath for me. Take another nice big deep breath. And just move from tapping point to tapping point. Repeat after me. Tap in the order that makes the most sense for you. I appreciate the fact that I have this opportunity today. I appreciate the fact that I have a community to gather with. I appreciate the fact that I have a chance for transformation. A chance for learning. A chance for growth. And I am present today to create transformation and healing. I'm glad there's a part of me that wants transformation and healing. I'm glad there is a part of me that wants growth. And as I sit down to tap, it's very easy to have preconceived notions of what I want transformation to look like, how I want it to proceed, how quickly it happens, and how long it lasts. And I'm glad there's a part of me that has a plan. I'm glad there's a part of me that wants to move forward. I give myself permission to set intentions for today. A direction that I'd like to head, while willing to be open to what could unfold. I want to be open to transformation. I want to learn from the experience so I can use it again. I look forward to the opportunity of releasing my limitations. So I can be more comfortable with who I am showing up in the world with grace and kindness. I am open to finding more inner peace. I look forward to fueling my motivation daily. I am open to believing that I have more power than I currently believe I do. I am open to enjoying the process. Even if the process isn't linear. Even if the process doesn't go as planned. I give myself permission to just be open. Even to be open to inconvenient answers. And open to unexpected points of view. I give myself permission to let go of my expectations. Knowing that letting go of my expectations doesn't mean I'm passive. I can let go of expectations and be present and be engaged. I give myself permission to be easy and gentle with myself and the process. Knowing that no matter what happens, all will be well. Nice big deep breath. So I hope you enjoyed that little tap along there. I hope that if you just did it right now, you are in a better space and you're feeling more open to change and transformation. I would be willing to bet you're just feeling more relaxed if you tapped on that, even if you're not streamlining into some tapping right now. Again, like I said at the beginning, go back, re-listen to it. Find the phrases that resonate with you, rewrite them into your vocabulary. What are the things that are good and useful for you to know before you sit down to tap? If you enjoyed this and you know someone in your life who might appreciate thinking about setting their tapping up in this particular way, please be our ambassador. Don't spam your inbox, but there might be one or two people who you know who would really appreciate this. And even if they never hit play when you send them the link to this audio, the simple fact you have thought of them today is going to make a difference. Their day is going to be a little brighter, which makes all of our days a little brighter. Yes, that is really, really cheesy. And yes, that is really, really too. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to the podcast. Remember, in podcasting parlance, subscribe is always free. All you need to do is go anywhere you get audio online and just search for Tapping Q&A. You can find the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music. You can find us on YouTube. Basically, anywhere you consume audio, just search Tapping Q&A, turn on the notifications, click subscribe so that every single time a new episode comes out, you're notified right away and you get a chance to tap along and learn along with us. If you have a question, a comment, a topic you'd like us to cover in the future, I always love to hear from listeners just like you. I can be reached at support@tappingqa.com. That's support@tappingqa.com. For the Tapping Q&A podcast, is Gene Monterastelli. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. The Tapping Q&A podcast is copyright Gene Monterastelli Tapping Q&A. All views expressed by guests are those of the guests and not necessarily of Gene Monterastelli and Tapping Q&A.